Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I know. I've got to change the set. So it's okay. Just give me a second here. Welcome to the show. As we are, of course, all know that I ended up ending the Silver Moon Radio early last night because I was um not feeling well. There we go. We'll turn on the video camera here. I wasn't feeling at all well last night. Street camera. There we go. There we go. Must have faded over there anyway. Careful way, because if you hit that button again, you're gonna start the intro all over again. Oh yeah, I know. So, last night we played some club mixes. I got really sick, last night. Stomach was really messed up. I don't think it was strictly the food either. The music was just, also had a negative impact on my body. And, so I just felt really sick to my guts. And so we ended up ending the show at 30 minutes early. It was also not a very well received show. I didn't like it. No one else liked it, and it was just insufferably bad. Some people on my Discord are kind of not supportive of the fact that I did keep my promise and played music that normally I don't like. That I did buy the records inexpensively. They were almost all club mixes, but was okay. Well, it was just not that exciting for music. And so if you listened to the music last night, and you didn't like it, I apologize for that. Sounds like you got what? Are you live? Oh, did you set the stream live on YouTube? You know what? I probably forgot to enable the YouTube side. Let's put the YouTube side on. Well, you are live on something. Yeah, I'm on live on something. No, not. Now I am. Okay, I just turned YouTube on. Okay. On the main YouTube channel. Apparently I started up my other YouTube channel. Sorry about that, YouTube. That was a mistake on my part. So like I said, this last night I was really sick to my guts, and I was really not doing well at all. So I just kind of just was it was so nauseous. I couldn't even finish the night show because of that reason. And so if you wonder why there was no after show, that's because I was in bed at that point. Because I really felt sick to my guts. I do think the music had something to do with it. I don't know if it had to do everything with the music, but there was just something about that music that was just so heart-wrenching. So if you're watching this, I did find out you're watching this on 3 channels. Let me just tell you which ones they are. You're watching me on the start of the show on the North American Snow Queen channel. and we started streaming of course, Hulu, and then I just turned on the proper channel because I was in a rush this morning because I was paying bills. So unfortunately, the people on the main YouTube channel kind of missed a little bit of the beginning, but let me also say, you didn't miss much. Okay, really. It was just starting to get going. So we're here, and that's the important thing, is that we're here right now. And so, like I said, last night, the music did not go well. It had the lowest viewer engagement since I started Silver Moon Radio. The lowest. We were down to 4 people. I'm not racist against black people music. There are some great black music out there. I'm against a particular genre. I'm not against the black community. Whitney Houston made some great music. Sammy Davis Jr. made some great music. Lionel Richie made some wonderful music. Michael Jackson made some good music. So I'm not against the black community. It's a certain style of music I don't like. It's not the people. I'm just being honest. So anyway, the point is that we're not going to be playing any more of that crap. I mean, I did play it. I did give it a fair shot, but for the low viewer engagement, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for me. Anybody who wants some free Club Mix records, just give me your mailing address and I'll send them to you. Okay? Anybody who wants them, I'll go ahead, I'll package them, I'll ship them up, then I'll send them your way, because I don't want them anymore. The thing is, the difference is the music is more festive and dance-oriented. This is not... this isn't even the same league. And as I said, I know, for example, that Whitney Houston loves dancing, and she would probably... I have never heard of her doing the music, which was like what I was listening to last night. Okay, I never heard her do that kind of music. Lionel Richie, he does type of a ballad, soft, mellow stuff. I like that. Billy Ocean, I don't know if he's black or not. I don't care, but, suddenly, Billy Ocean, sounds like he might be black. It doesn't care. I don't care. I just love music, and that makes me feel good inside. I don't even understand your logic. I just don't. I used to live in Little Puerto Rico in Willimantic, for God's sakes. Of course I listen to a lot of Latina music. I do. And Italian. And a little bit of French here and there. Hey, look. I like music that makes me feel good. That makes me want to get up every day. That makes me feel at least a festive mood. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the reason why I listen to what I do. I love breaking. I love everything. Really, I do. I love all music types. Now, I don't know what else to tell you. By the way, if you're wondering why we have two, like I said, YouTube, so this one came open later on because I mistakenly started streaming on the wrong channel. But I just absolutely love music. That makes me festive and good and makes me feel happy inside. that wants me to want to sing and dance. You know, I love that stuff. But our American musicians that do good music too. You know, it's not just one country. Americans got some happy music. Gloria Estefan, for example, Miami Sound Machine. She's from Miami. She's a Cuban, you know, family who immigrated to Miami, and she does salsa caliente. And there's others, even other American singer, Cyndi Lauper. She does she-bop and Girls Just Want to Have Fun. She's an American. You know, so to say that Americans can't have fun is kind of wrong. I never heard Skid Row. I don't know anything about Skid Row, the band. So I'm not in any kind of position to comment on something I don't know. So, like I said, I don't know the band. That doesn't mean that I don't want to listen to them. I don't know who they are. Now, because we're streaming on 2 YouTube channels, my mistake from last night. Let me just put the kick links out like I usually do, and let the cards fall where the cards fall, because I don't know which channel is going to get it. This one will, because the North American Snuckling channel doesn't have Studio Restream. I know. That's okay, Lem. That's okay. I just Marvin Gaye did Heard It Through the Grapevine, which is a pretty cool song. I do like some of the Marvin Gaye music. I have heard some of his other pieces. Might not necessarily remember the titles to everything. And of course, there's also music by Diana Ross. There's also music by quite a few other black performers I do. Like I just said, mentioned Lionel Richie. I mentioned, Whitney Houston. Michael Jackson has a couple cool songs I like. That's okay, Mojo. I wasn't feeling well myself last night either during the show. That's why we ended it half an hour early last night. It was, my stomach was all messed up. I know you are. Thank you. I appreciate that you're there. I understand it's also very late for you, too. Hey, what's your press the button on? Oh, I just ended up popping up into the screen. You sure did. Okay. So anyway, Mojo, thank you very much for being part of the show, though. I do appreciate that. But I mean, the thing is that I really do enjoy the music. Rolling Stone magazine, Marvin Gaye's 1971 album, What's Going On, as the next LP of all time. Yes, I wouldn't mind trying it out. I'm also still looking for some music from Puerto Rico. Does anybody got any good examples of Puerto Rican music? Because I still would like to get some albums from Puerto Rico. I used to live in the Puerto Rican community. I didn't even ask for the names of the albums. I definitely would love to get some Puerto Rican albums as well. Well, I remember the group Menudo, but that's a kids group. But what about adults? I mean, older performing Puerto Rican music? I would love to have some Puerto Rican music. I'd love to have some Whitney Houston. And people say and Lionel Richie would be nice too. Anything, we said this before, anything that you send is appreciated. He had a family emergency. He wasn't able to do it yesterday. He posted a message in the music section of the Discord saying he had a family emergency. He wasn't able to get to it yesterday. Well, like I said, I lived in Little Puerto Rico, Willimantic. Yeah, and I used to listen to a lot of music. It seemed there was a couple, when I was there was a couple particular artists that were very popular. But I didn't know that they definitely were playing a lot of the dance music of Puerto Rico, which I liked. I didn't mind the sound of it. It was catchy. I liked it. I mean, I necessarily understood the words very well, but I still liked to kind of twirl and dance around with it. I had friends that were Puerto Rican. I had friends that were black. I had friends that were white. I had friends of all ethnic groups. Like I said in the Beautiful Women's group, I don't care about a person's race. I really don't. I don't even understand the whole concept of racism. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Well, I had a family medical emergency last Friday. Okay. Yeah, I hope everything's okay with your family, Stan. I'm sorry about your setback. And I wish I could verify. Also, yesterday we had a video on my channel. We certainly did. Lumi did her own video on her own channel. I was more of a guest on the show, but yeah, I was more of a guest on the show. She just had to wig on and everything. It was itchy as crap. It was itchy, so Lumi was bitchy. No shit. Why do synthetic wigs have to be so itchy? I really don't know. I think it depends on the degree on the grade of wig. Maybe it's the way the synthetic hair is made. Maybe it comes out of the extruder is like a square cut or something, or it's kind of raspy. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I'm in hard-hitting New Britain this morning for a couple of matters. Need to go on mute about noontime. Everything has a great day. Thank you for coming up, Stan. I really do appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, I like I said, anybody who wants to donate music, I really will give anything at least a try. I don't always like everything. We have our YouTube, our Silver Moon Radio, our record collection is getting to be quite expansive. Sometimes I will, play a couple albums a couple times, but it's sometimes, depends also in part on my mood. I promised to play the club mixes, and I did. And, I played my original Axel F album, Radio Club mixes, and like Eddie did, as well, which is the flip side of it. I played that, which I get from Willimantic. from a place called Wyndham Area Interfaith Ministries, or WAME, which was from 1985, and it was kind of interesting. 19 song was about the Vietnam War, where the average age of the combat soldier was 19 years old. Yes, we played that last night too, Stan. Thanks for reminding me. Yes. I kind of found it kind of interesting. In fact, after Axel left, that was the second song that we played that we kind of set us rolling as well. That was number one here for weeks. Also, time after the Falklands and before the Gulf. Yeah, I don't really know much about the Falklands. I know, not even sure exactly where they are. I know they're in the Atlantic. That's really all I know about the Falklands. All right. So today, I paid all the bills. All debts, public and private, have been processed, dealt with. We still have a net income this month after bills are paid. So we're holding our own. And I gave Everscrew $100, even though I had like a $7 credit. And I gave Capital One a $200 payment, even though I really only had to pay minimum like $35. So, yeah, I should remember that. Yeah, I thought it was down there. That's right, the Falklands. Yeah, they were right near Brazil. South America, yep. Oh, I believe it. It seemed that the Falklands were kind of a disputed territory thing between, I believe, Brazil and the no, was it Brazil or was it one of the other countries? May have been Brazil and the United Kingdom. So I'll look it up more detail later on today. But so like I said, if anyone wants to donate any records, vinyls, we are open to them. I would definitely love to have some Latino music, Latin music. Italian kind of is Latin based. Spanish, Portuguese, even French music's nice. English is kind of Latin based. English is kind of based originally around Middle English is based in Middle French. So yeah, it would be kind of Latin based. I also got later mixing with a little bit of German. So yeah, English has definitely got a lot in common with the root language. Middle English was based on French. Actually, I have been in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico has some interesting things. Unfortunately, it also has one thing that is always will be my enemy. Heat. Yes. Yes, it's very warm in Puerto Rico. On it. That's Jimmy with the red. Okay, 1 minute. Alright, let me give you a red check. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me get you a rent for you. All signed, all dated. And yes, a refrigerator you sent me works beautiful. Thank you for finally getting me the refrigerator. Appreciate it.
That's a lot of money, refrigerator.
I know it costs a lot of money. I priced them. I had to buy a little tiny refrigerator because the big one originally was broken. So that you see, I got two fridges. I got my little tiny one, and I got the big one you got me. Right now, this is still technically on, but it's not very warm. I don't really have much in it right now, but you can see that food in there. Freezer's kind of empty. And there's the refrigerator section. So I gotta get some food in there.
Okay.
So we're all set for next month.
Remove the...
Oh, I do got one more request for you. My window in the bedroom.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, it's the glazing compound's coming out of it. It's got to be redone.
We're gonna please quick. Sit down over there. Sit down.
Okay. All right. So right now I'm still on the air. So just give me a minute, guys. Yeah, I can do that. He wants to show me something, so give me a minute, guys, and I'll be right back. No, he's showing me some paperwork he needs my help with. That's what he's showing me. So, just be patient, guys. Just watch the traffic fly. I will be right back with you. Okay, guys, I'm back. He needs to talk to the bank about something because he had to activate a card, and they're asking for a code we don't have. So let me get this camera back to me. All right, so
Okay.
all right, sorry about that. Just talk to people, Webster Bank, and see what they tell you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you. So, notifications. Actually, the tiles kind of really do need to be redone a little bit, but they're fine for now. Yeah, he doesn't care about the tiles. He said he's gonna try to fix the window too, so that's a good thing. How you doing, J Mac? Welcome to the show today. Sorry about this crazy delay. Um, so how you doing, J Mac? How are you today? What's going on with you this fine morning? It's a fine day. The sun is shining. The sky is blue. And last night we had a very interesting music show. Hoping the PDX is doing okay. I haven't seen her on here. Naz, good morning to you as well. We're naming toilet nicknames. Okay, I'm gonna get Emmy a ticket home today. Okay, that sounds good. I bet you'll be glad to see your wife when she comes home. Must be kind of lonely when she's gone because she's been doing her thing, and you probably enjoy those times when you're with your wife. I understand that. I don't know where she is now. Where is she? Where's she coming home from? Florida. Okay, Florida. That's pretty interesting place. There has been a lot of things in Florida. There's probably a lot of paranormal. I've been ill. I watch her main channel. I said yes. Good morning, Grace. How you doing today? Well, I talked very briefly with Justin and with Noodles after I ended the show last night, and I explained to both of them that I was feeling very sick and that I really kind of wanted to go right to bed, but I talked very quickly about it with them, and I said to them that I would probably have to get back to them probably in another day. Noodles was jokingly asking me if I would do a nude scene, and I said no, and I also it doesn't make any sense why I would do a nude scene anyway. Justin wasn't interested in that either. So, yeah, I just wasn't feeling well. It was just. She's probably been to Maine too. Vermont, New Hampshire, and if anybody has a good idea, at least what this country's demographics are like, it would be probably like Emmy, because she's been through a lot of the different states. Yeah, well, that's cool. At least you're willing to help her out. But she also does bring in revenue too with her content. So it's kind of a mutual benefit from everybody. And of course, when she comes home, she's probably saying, "Happy to be in sweet baby's arms. I'm happy to be rolling in my sweet baby's arms." Oh, yeah. I get it. Oh, the Congo is actually not Brazilian. It's actually Cuban, actually. The Congo is Cuban. Actually, the Conga is actually is Cuban. A little bit of yeah. There's some South America overtones of the Conga. I listen to a lot of Gloria Estefan, so yeah, I yeah, she's got the stamina. She tries really hard. Later on, Brian. Also like Cuban music. He said, yes, there's some good Cuban music. I like music that's festive and fun. I like music that makes you want to get off your out of your chair and move around a little. You know, a music I can sing to. Absolutely. I do like that kind of stuff, you know? Somebody should be taking an antihistamine. Come on and do the conga. I also, have you listened to the song called Salsa Caliente? You should take a listen to that song with Gloria Estefan, Miami Sound Machine. Salsa Caliente. Four dogs, a bird, a cat, 3 ball python snakes. That's a lot of pets. That's a lot of pets. I only have one non-human roommate, and his name is Rusty. He's outside right now. In England here, we do the conga here in Christmas. It's so cheesy on the hips in most 1980s. It's a lot of husband taking care. It is taking care of all those pets. I bet your vet bill must be outrageous. Good morning, Stony. Welcome to the show this morning. First of all, I want to apologize for the slight mess up. I actually had the wrong channel enabled in Restream IO this morning. So when I realized the mistake, I realized that I had to fix it. So when you first watch the show, you're going to see part of it on North American Snuggling, and which is still on right now, but it's also on my main channel here too. So you didn't miss much at the very beginning of the first show because of the fact that it was just starting up before I realized my goof. So, I just missed the intro and me complaining a little bit, but that's about it. But still, it's nice to have everybody here in the right channel, and I want to say thank you to everybody for being here. Gloria Estefan is great. She did move to the States. Tough for fame. She had an injury. I've heard it was a bus accident or something like that. But Gloria Estefan is well liked for her music presentation. Also, The Rhythm's Gonna Get You was featured from the Copacabana. I don't know if you knew that. Copacabana was actually where they did The Rhythm's Gonna Get You. I thought that was kind of interesting. I have snakes and monitor lizards. I now have one dog, but she is a wild hound. I have a question. Am I allowed here a wrench? I guess I can give you a wrench. I don't really see why not. I kind of don't want to hand out a million wrenches, but we could always use another one, I guess. Just keep in mind that don't get wrench. I mean, don't overuse the wrench. Okay, that's all we ask. Did you give him his wrench? I think so. Yeah, I did. He got his wrench. Okay. So Mojo said she's amazing. Being a teen Dr. B. Brian K. You forgot Rusty and the Roach. I did. I gave him a wrench. He has a wrench. I just gave it to him. It's verified he has it. Molasses, welcome to the show. Good morning to you. How do you know you can't get one? Who said you can't? I can verify your authenticity. There you go. Anyway, enough of the wrenches right now. Let's not get too wrench heavy in this place. It already is kind of wrench heavy as this. I have red toe boas, but I love ball pythons. Do you have any moths playing up? No one's blocking anyway right now. Well, I really would hope that people continue to share out my stream. Please put a like in. If you're new here, please do subscribe. It really would help a lot to continue the channel to grow. If you could at least do that, that'd be beautiful. You're not on the right link. Oh, I'm not? Nah. Okay, got it now. Yeah. So maybe you guys can help this channel grow. And by doing that, by sharing out the content, putting in a like, because it helps with the algorithm. I'm not sure exactly how it does, but please you know, and we already went through all this years and years and years and years ago, over and over again. I'm tired of going through it over and over again. We're not going to go through this again, okay? I'm not going to go through this with the wrench, de-wrench, wrench, de-wrench, wrench, de-wrench. You're welcome. I mean, I just really would like to see more people engage in the chat and be on the panel. And even if they can't be on the panel, if they would like to engage the chat and share the video out to their friends and the loved ones, it would help a lot so much. Encourage people to also subscribe to the channel. Molasses Murphy finally joined our Discord, by the way. He's a... Hit share and sub, please, everybody. Share with your friends too, and let them know about the show. It's the morning show is a regular scheduled program. It starts at 10 a.m. Eastern time in the United States, and it ends whenever it ends. Probably like at least by 12 at the very least, earliest, and sometimes way later than 12. Yeah. She already has full control. She's already administrator. She's more than a super mod. Tiger Kitty's also administrator on the channel as well. She's a full administrator. She has... she can stream in my behalf. She can delete content. She can delete comments. She can report comments. As I said, she is a full administrator. I never abused my messages. I know you never did, Mojo. No one's saying you did. Right now we have 21 people here. We've only got 6 likes. Can we increase the likes?
Oh yeah!
How many people didn't actually put in the like? How many here didn't put in the share? Please do. It helps. It really does.
Oh yeah!
Yeah. Thank you, J-Mac. Much appreciated. Now, when is the next Wee Woo gonna be? When are you planning to have another Wee Woo Wednesday? You say there's a thing called a Wee Woo season, which I didn't know anything that there was a Wee Woo season. For those of you who are quite casually listening in the background, wondering what Wee Woo is, Wee Woo Wednesday was at 5 o'clock Eastern Time when you could win Starbucks and sometimes Amazon gift cards for playing games on J-Mac Oregon's channel. And it gets a lot of people that are interested in watching and playing for the Starbucks cards. I was a regular on the show as a player, and then he said that was the end of Wee Woo season. No season. I just took a month off because things get hectic. Okay. So let me know when you're on again so I can let people know so they can come and join the game. It was actually kind of fascinating actually. That I'm part of PDX's community, your community, and a few other communities as well. How far do I need to scroll? That's Grizz. Let me see if I can find her question for you. Let's see. Grizz, aren't they birds? Aren't they birds? She's talking about what you mentioned. She said, aren't they birds? Red said I left a message to the artist he played last night, and I told him that the music they created made you very... Well, that's fine. I'm sure that they probably said, well, at least she gave us a play. You know, I don't think they probably would really get a lot of club mixes. Don't necessarily get a lot of replay. A lot of them just... I think it was just because, maybe a variety of things. It was also very warm last night in here, too. Yeah. It's okay, says Mojo. But right now, we got another issue to deal with, which is the fact is that, the coffee lids, for my cups were supposedly delivered on the 31st. But I can't find them anywhere. They were delivered by UPS. So I contacted the seller, and even though I ordered some more from the seller, I said, look, I can't find the original lids I ordered. I looked everywhere. I said, I need the lids. So I ordered some more. But could we consider going with a credit on these? Because I didn't get the lids from the first order. Maybe some partial credit. Gora, high temperature to be impatient. Yep. Right. Sounds amazing, says Mojo. I'm still so confused. Hello, I know Abdul. No idea birds we're talking about. Yeah, well, I don't always understand everything that's going on over here either. Snakes. Okay. Yeah, J-Mac was talking about some of the one of his snakes is kind of like an albino type snake. And I don't really know much about snakes. I'm sorry. Just garter. I've had garter snakes. I've seen garter snakes, which are also kind of a constricting snake. They're not like pythons. They're smaller than that, but they're non-venomous. There is a snake that looks like a garden snake. It goes something like this, and this is not guaranteed to be 100% apply all snakes. So please, yellow or black and yellow is your fellow, black and red you're dead. Okay, so I guess there's a snake that kind of looks like a garden snake. That's a venomous snake, which you might want to be careful about that. Unless you are experienced with snakes, I would just be careful around snakes. My dispensary has THC hot cocoa mix. I never tried that. I usually buy the THC chocolate, and the problem is like 20 milligrams of it, and I'm pretty much out of it. So, and the same thing with wine. I had what is it, black sheep wine or white sheep wine from France, and as you can see from the rap video, I drank pretty much the whole damn bottle one night. And during Lemmy's birthday on February 11th, and I was so drunk, I didn't know what hit me. And so Lemmy took over Silver Moon Radio that night. Yeah. Maybe Texas will. I know that we're planning on legalizing it on a national level, but that still would mean that the states themselves would have to agree to go with the federal level. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like I said, one of the big things that people don't realize anymore, is that, I think legalization of weed could also, on the federal level, could also be a problem. And the reason I say that is that once it gets into the federal jurisdiction of the DEA and the FDA, and obviously eventually on the ATF, arms, tobacco, marijuana, and firearms, or AMTF or whatever, is the way that the feds are going to require it to be labeled, marketed, distributed. Could become a real challenge for the consumer. Right now, as it is, it's managed by states to determine within the state's policies how they market, distribute, and package it. Actually, that's questionable now because they actually, there's been discussions about that. Should you be mandated to give up your arms if you use? And it sounds like that's going to the Supreme Court right now. Is that because that doesn't really apply? But then again, there's people that don't even have firearms or any kind of arms of any kind. I have a dagger, but I don't exactly worry about firearms. I don't want to deal with the responsibility of having firearms. That's my choice. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. J-Mac. There's no market anymore for the backstreet drug dealers. There really isn't. It's now the fact is that the market for the illegals have crashed. Yeah, but some states in those Bible Belts do have medicinal marijuana usage laws. Not all of them, but some do. Well, some states do use excise taxes from the sale to finance programs in the state level. So, it's hard to say what the real answer is because you can't. Is it better for the states to continue to legislate this, and leave it up to the states under the 13th Amendment, or is it better to let the federal government saying it's all or nothing thing? I would say there's advantages to both. I remember that, for example, when same-sex marriage was legalized in some states and not legalized in a lot of others, and same-sex couples were kind of having to decide where to move to get their marriage license. And also, on the federal level, it affects their tax status, but on and also insurance benefits too for married couples. I mean, so finally, it was legislated and be legalized in all 50 states. Before, it was only a few states that had marriage for same-sex couples. So there's questions about that. Same thing with the marijuana legislation. What's the best choice? The state level or the federal level? 7 years in a wheelchair and 4 more embraces. I didn't know you had. I'm so sorry, J Mac. I did not know you had such significant mobility issues. But I know that in my case, I have empathy for you. I really do. I've been through. When I first got home in 2020, I couldn't even really do much at all. It was very difficult for me to even just do regular household things. Finally, after a couple of years of walking, trying to struggle to get around and do things more on my own, I finally was able to get back on my feet. And Trainwreck case. Hello everyone, is there anything? I gotta place my order for groceries for the house. I didn't place my grocery order yet. I gotta do that this afternoon. I'm a full supporter of medical marijuana, but recreational marijuana, I'm not in support of it anymore. I say within reason. For recreational, having tried it for recreational, I been actually using not so much for recreational, but rather it's more like to try, see if it would help me out and benefit me in any way. Um, but getting it as recreational was the easiest way to do it without paying for a marijuana license. I would just say it's a mixed bag for me with my eyes. It did help, but it also unfortunately uh, didn't really make me. Um, I don't say it nicely. I wasn't totally cognizant, if you will, especially if I used too much, and all of a sudden I couldn't do anything. You know. Talk about real pain. Yes. Um, I got problems with my legs too. Still, I have problems with my hips, especially my left hip and my left leg. Sometimes I get the worst muscle spasms you can ever imagine. The kind that makes you bring tears to your eye. Then you have to squirm out of bed and try to stand on when your muscles are all doing a rickus and they're all twisted and you're like, they hurt really bad. You're trying to stand up to try to straighten them out. So I did not know you had, like I said, J Mac, I did not know you had that situation in your life, but I still use my walker. But you know what? The honest is, even though I'm not ready to totally give up my walker yet, I do walk around the house without it. I do walk outside to take out the garbage without it. So no budging or hearing problems, but okay, hold on a minute. I see something. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, it's Noodles. Admit one. Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, Michelle, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
So, Michelle, I tried very, very hard with Slingshot Word to get you the leading role, or maybe a supporting leading role in Nasty Goblins, and he's saying it's never going to happen. So he says he just wants you to play like a townswoman or something like that. I mean, you willing to play the old lady in the house that gets her throat ripped out by one of the Nasty Goblins?
Not really. I was, by the way, sorry about last night. I really wasn't feeling well last night, so that's why I couldn't really talk very long because my stomach was really all messed up.
Are you feeling better now?
Yeah. I had to get a good night's sleep in the process, and yeah, I felt better. It was probably a combination of two different things. One, we played hip hop rap last night on my Silver Moon radio. We got some Club Mix records that I ordered inexpensively on eBay, and I think I also ate too much at the same time, and my stomach was a real mess, and I was feeling so sick I couldn't even finish doing the show until 10 o'clock. So we ended up ending the show at 9:30.
Did you throw up at all?
No, but I sure did poop a lot. I was almost ready to throw up.
Now let's look at how OSHA protects workers who speak up, so-called whistleblowers. As you may remember, Section 11C of the OSHA Act protects workers.
Who are you talking to, Noodles?
I'm taking my OSHA course.
Okay.
workplace. Or
I just wish you could be in this movie. You know.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could work out another local, like a local movie or something instead. That's a different type of theme.
Well, I was thinking about maybe making our own movie called Puss in Boots, where you're this like hermaphroditic person that roams around a sleepy old town and no one really knows what's going on, and you're just kind of an oddity in a way where you just
I'd like
go
to do.
around, you
I'd
make
like to do.
friends.
I'd like to do a romantic comedy, actually.
Right, and in the end, you fall in love with like the mayor of the town, and you become Princess Mayor or something like that. And at the end, snow starts falling in the summer in Winstead, Connecticut,
Something like that.
and you
Something
guys
where
live
I
in
could
yeah,
maybe not even me as a character, maybe me more as a producer, and just get some local actors and actresses in town, just people that would like to do the role that might be more experienced. We know that they're gonna go for the younger, pretty actors and actresses, right? So maybe
yeah.
a young lady falls in love with another young lady, and they begin to find out that they have a very strong bond, a very strong interest in certain things that they decide to um, develop a business around together. For example, maybe they're sports fans or something. I think that would be kind of cool.
Okay. I mean, lesbian love.
there are many reasons.
Yeah, it could be a lesbian love. It could even be a heterosexual cis love too. I'm open to either one as a story. Maybe we
Hmm.
could even have a love triangle thing where maybe, for example, one of them originally has an ex-boyfriend that she still kind of loves, and that she's trying to decide if she loves the other woman or if she loves her boyfriend more. Maybe she's trying to decide
What
if
if what if
someone find balance or something.
What if the boyfriend keeps breaking up with you, or the main character online on their live streams, like something like Seasons did to me? Can we add that in there?
That could be a pretty good theme right there because.
It's like hazardous
But maybe in
chemicals,
this case, maybe she breaks up with him because maybe she and him can't see eye to eye on everything.
Yeah.
Orientation manuals and training materials should include information
And
about
that
how to
says
work safely.
gallbladder, kidney, six broken. Oh, that's from her own injury. Okay. Do you still? Yes, he's still doing the OSHA exam. Yes.
Yeah.
About the job hasn't been made face.
Yeah.
30 hours.
That's the exam part, right? It's the 30-hour exam.
Yeah, it's like it sucks. Like it's 30 hours, but 30 hours don't mean 30 hours, you know. Like I had the 10 hour, I did it in like 15, you know. So you figure every 10 hours worth of this course is going to be 15 hours. You know.
It was Brian K says you got to be really trying to draw out something that much. Maybe this Brian K. Red said maybe his dyslexia is causing some of the extra time it takes. Which is a good question. How are you managing your dyslexia with the questions and stuff?
Below on whistleblower protection.
Because it reads it to you.
Or click the second link to view the OSHA Quick Card on confined spaces in general industry. Quick cards provide brief, plain language.
30 hours should have been 3 weeks ago. Well, he told me originally that he had to redo the exam because he failed it the first time.
Sister agency.
Who?
With its focus on research.
Yeah. OSHA taught me how to drive a forklift 20 years ago. I don't know. It's a good question, Stoney. I don't know. The guidelines of driving a forklift are the same. You know about the loading triangle and how make sure not to overload the forks on a forklift because it causes it to be out of balance and it
Yeah, a lot of
fixes.
people end up dying on forklifts. They jump out of the forklift. You know, they get crushed. They get crushed.
Well, most forklifts now have a roll cage on them. That's kind of becoming a thing now. You'll see a roll cage on a forklift.
Yeah, I've never seen a forklift without one. To be honest with you, I don't think they'd be allowed on site. You know. So here's a question, Michelle. When you've been assigned a new job or task, be sure to ask about the additional pay and benefits. No. Time it takes to drive to the nearest OSHA office. No. Medical expenses that all coworkers must have. No. Written procedures and any additional training that may be required. I would go with D. Let me see what that's correct.
Okay, so what do you want to know? Are they required to tell you that?
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. D was the answer written. Okay. What are two U.S. government agencies that are good resources for safety and health information? The DEA and DOJ?
The Department of
FBI.
Labor and OSHA.
All right. But I'm going through this with you, Michelle. FBI and CIA, IRS and SCOTUS, or OSHA and NEOSHA?
I don't know anything what NEOSHA is, but I would definitely say the last one.
Right. I think you're right. Yep. You would be correct, Michelle. You would be correct.
I was right. Even
Which of the following?
Even when it was a fill in the blank.
Yeah. Which of the following would be best to have when consulting a medical professional about possible exposure to a harmful chemical? A, eyewitness accounts of the exposure incident. B, photographs of the chemicals. C, safety data sheet for the chemical. D, sample of the chemical. Which of the following would be best to have when consulting a medical professional about possible exposure to harmful chemicals?
I would say C, on the MSDS sheets, especially since that's what you need to look at anyway when you're working with certain chemicals.
You are correct, Michelle. You are correct. We're going to continue. Michelle, you should get your OSHA certification. You just scored 100, Michelle. You just scored 100.
Yeah, you know what? I had to take the same test for labor ready when I was doing day labor, so.
Oh. Wow. Well, you definitely did it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have come to the end of this
Let me
module.
throw one out
Click
for
the link
you.
above.
Let's see if you can answer this question. When opening a high pressure or transporting high pressure gas cylinders, what is the best and safest way to properly transport them to avoid any kind of an accident? Now, this is going to be I want you to tell me what you think is the best way, and I'll tell you if it's the right way or wrong way. High pressure cylinders include oxygen, acetylene, carbon dioxide, methane, carbon dioxide, propane, butane, and ethane, and other gases under high pressure. So what would be the best and safest way to transport those containers of high pressurized gas?
I have no clue.
You have now completed the coursework on this topic. OSHA requires.
All right, I'll tell you the answers just in case you don't know. With the appropriate transportation cart while leaving the safety cap on the tank on. Don't take the cap off until it is secured to the wall in the appropriate certified compartment where it's meant to be used. Also, make sure to properly install the gas regulator. You may need to sometimes occasionally send out a blast of the gas to clear any obstruction in the valve if there's not a cap. So, having the valve pointed away from you, quickly open the valve to blow out any debris. Carefully connect the gas regulator. Please note that and flammable gases such as propane, hydrogen, acetylene, it is a put on left, take off right. It's a left-handed thread. And gases that are non-flammable, including helium, carbon dioxide, oxygen, and even compressed air, it's a right-hand thread. Once the regulator is properly connected, carefully open the valve and check for leaks, especially on flammable gases. If your gas regulator has a gauge, you can carefully open up the gauge, close the valve, and see if you see a pressure loss before setting the pressure on the gauge. This is especially important for welding. If the gauge shows pressure drop, then you may have a leaky hose or some other place in the system is allowing gas to leave the tank where you don't want it. Okay? I didn't know this one. This is very important because I used to change CO2 tanks for American food courts. You need to know safety things. Never, ever transport any kind of tank without the safety cap. You really need that on because pressureless tanks can be as high as 3,000 pounds per square inch of pressure. The cap is broken off the valve stem. The pressure is enough to send that thing through 2 to 3 concrete walls as a metal rocket. And yes, you could be impaled by it. In fact, people have been hurt by those tanks if improperly being managed. So be careful with tanks like that. Stansitsky says, I had claimed 20 years ago when an intoxicated forklift driver impaled a co-worker, killing him. The widow is still collecting weekly survivor's benefits of $700 tax-free. Yeah, but the widow probably wishes her husband was still there more than anything. You gotta be careful with that kind of gear. Really do. Good morning, Carolyn.
Wow, Michelle, sorry.
Go ahead. I'm just saying hi to everybody that just came in. There's Carolyn McFree's here. Krista is here. At least quickly, anyway. Carolyn says the ammonia gas will suck the breath right out of you if you don't follow the safety measures needed. Michelle, sounds like you know your stuff for sure. Absolutely. And by the way, you want to talk about arc flash? Most people don't realize how dangerous arc flash is. Arc flash, during an arc flash, will actually quickly expand and remove the air from the immediate vicinity. Arc flash is extremely dangerous, not only for the high risk of electrocution hazards, but the high temperatures and the bright light can also cause arc blindness. But it also will, in a large enough arc flash, will push the oxygen out from around you, which can cause hypoxia. Especially if it's a continuous arc flash, say for example, arcing transformers and equipment.
You ever seen those suits that they make those guys wear, Michelle? They look like fucking like you're an astronaut. When you're walking through these plants,
oh yeah,
they make you stand in a specific spot, right? And if you go outside that spot, they're saying that chances are you're going to get hit by an arc flash, and it could jump, I think, 17 feet or something like that.
Oh yeah,
something crazy.
Yeah, ask any layman what an arc flash can do to you. the linemen, who especially when they work on those high voltage transmission towers, have to be very careful for arc flash, because you don't want to become part of the conductor,
State OSHA requirements.
or you'll be cremated like a bug in a bug zapper.
So what cover incidents and incidents? In general, they are caused by two principal factors. The first factor is unsafe.
The same is true with anything. Even here, I have to be. Everybody needs to be aware of the dangers, even in your own home. They still realize there are things in your own home that can still kill you. For example, some people don't realize that some cleaning products. I'm not talking about mixing ammonia and bleach. That's just bleach. That's just plain stupid. But just the smell of ammonia, which is a strong irritant, can actually cause damage to your lungs if exposed to it without adequate ventilation. Same thing with ammonia.
You know what's crazy? My mother never smoked, right?
Yeah.
And she got COPD, emphysema, and I remember like going to the doctor being like, she never, I don't know how you get stuff like that. And they're like, oh, it's a disease sometimes, like, 'cause she had a growth in her lung at one point. And he said it might have been from secondhand smoke. And I'm like, well, I don't think her father smoked. My father never smoked. No one really smoked around her. Like, my house wasn't a smoking house. And he finally said, he goes, it could have been household cleaning products.
Oh yeah.
Like she was a she's a house mom or whatever you call it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Household cleaners can be very especially very toxic to lungs. Especially, like I said, chlorine is known to be really bad for you. Remember, in World War I, chlorine gas was used to kill Allied soldiers on the battlefield.
Mm.
Most people didn't use it. It was used in gas warfare against Allied troops in World War I.
Can you imagine that? Michelle, what causes accidents and incidents? A general accident and accidents are caused by two principal factors: unsafe or unhealthy actions and behavior, unsafe or hazardous conditions.
Those are the two? I would say unsafe or hazardous conditions.
Well, they're both correct. That was the answer.
I would say both, yeah.
So by far,
because they both sound right,
most
too. I mean, that does make sense. I mean, some industries are just because of the nature of them is just unsafe. For example, like if you're in a foundry. But unsafe behaviors, even in an industry that can be relatively safe, can still cause accidents too.
So I have another statement for you. By far, most accidents are caused by unsafe or unhealthy behaviors. Failure to recognize and communicate hazards, taking shortcuts, Michelle, not being trained, not following training. There you go.
Right. Absolutely. The best way to keep safe is one, it's like Nora Abrams said, please be sure to read, use, and understand your instruction manual with the machine you're working with and to wear safety squints. Yes, to both. You need to know what the machine can do to you. And there's another joke, which is this. This machine chews up human skin as it does metal. It does not care. A machine doesn't care if it's human skin or metal. It will still grind it up.
It doesn't know the difference.
It doesn't know the difference. I love the quote that that Abe has on his machine shop, which turns out that the hydraulic press trail about one of his stickers that says, not to be operated by fuckwits. I should get one of those stickers and put it on this computer. Not to be operated by fuckwits. Because this computer, even though it's not in the same league, is dangerous. If you don't know how to start it and properly shut it down, you could cause damage to the computer. What's the result
Now,
of you
Michelle,
getting damaged by me?
what do you think about teamwork? You think teamwork is important?
Yes.
Leadership, teamwork, success.
Yes, I do believe
Now,
teamwork is still important, especially to have a buddy in a buddy system. In some jobs, you kind of need one because that way, if something happens, for example, electricians usually work at least as a team of two for one reason. If a guy is getting electrocuted, someone could use a 2x4 or another insulated thing to knock him away from the energized circuit.
right. And injury and illness prevention is a two-way street.
Right.
Both employer and employee must take safety seriously. When employers and employees work together to make the worksite safety and health program effective, they prevent injury and illness, protect equipment, property, and the environment.
Right.
Working with a safe attitude and improving.
And they also, like I said, if something does happen, that there's someone to help get you out of harm's way, or at least de-energize the circuit for electrician, so that you don't end up keep getting electrocuted like a hot dog and a Presto hot dogger, or being exposed to chemicals when it might be important to shut down the exposure to the chemical.
Have you ever been hit by anything, Michelle?
Have I ever been hit by anything?
Yeah, like electricity.
Oh yeah, I've been shocked by 240. I've been shocked by 120. I've even had a quick nip with 480, which isn't fun.
How did that happen?
Yeah, it happened as I used to work with some consumer units now and then for Jimmy, and one of them happened to be 480 volts on another job for my father, and I happened to had to connect something, and apparently the panel was live because we couldn't shut it down because we needed to keep it going because it was providing light to the building, and I happened to get my finger right actually on the 277 volt leg. So it really wasn't exactly full 480. I just happened to jump from my finger over to my other finger. Same thing when working on water heater and Jimmy's. I had got 120 volts across 2 fingers. The funny thing is my fingers are still in me to this day, but they're like, I'm very cautious now around high voltage, especially. Now I have a meter that's a class 2 DMM, so I can check when non-contact voltage reference presence detection. Was saved my bacon several times when Jimmy accidentally pulled the wrong breaker, and he thought it was de-energized. And I ran my meter over the circuit. It goes beep 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 beep. I said, Jimmy, it's still active. Oh, I thought I turned off the right breaker. And I said, let me go check. No, you turned off the wrong one, so I clicked it, and then I went back to and it showed no electricity. Now it's safe to work on. I said, no, you should really ideally put a tag out and lockout on that so we don't get someone to turn it back on, but it was only us two in the mechanical room, so.
Wow. So you said you got... You grounded with your other hand? You got hit in one hand and grounded with the other?
No, with my finger in the same hand. And having to brush against the metal box.
Oh, you're lucky, Michelle.
Yeah. Well,
imagine if that jumped through your chest.
That's right. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's good. Well, you need to have a defibrillator on hand just in case. In fact, it's like BigClive.com said, that is the one reason why utility companies always have a defibrillator on their truck. In case of electrocution.
I've heard this too, that defibrillators wouldn't even matter if it scars your muscles, you're dead. They can't fix that.
Well, it depends on the kind of situation. If it's causing the heart to seize up and go into irregular rhythm, defibrillator is what is used to kind of restore the normal regular heartbeat. You might still have severe burns in the between the across the chest. But the main thing is the heart, which is your most important organ in your chest, needs to be able to keep working. If that fails, you're dead. Because no blood, no oxygen, no food resources to the rest of the body. So that's why utility companies always have a defibrillator in the truck.
Hey, John, Donald Trump sent you something in the mail. All right.
Now,
Sorry.
the speakers kind of do the same thing, yeah. I've had them before. Yeah, you gotta pull them apart a lot. They do not grow onto each other. And I wash mine with a bunch of detergent. Perfect for threads.
Health program, my organization, and who should actually write it.
Actually, Jimmy does have
Several factors.
three-phase high leg. He in the property in Otis, he has three-phase high leg. The restaurant is using 120, 208. It was another place that ran into 480. It was not with Jimmy. But the thing is with 277 went across my fingers. That is very, very painful. I've also accidentally completed the circuit with two fingers across 240 as well. It's extremely, extremely terrifying for you because you keep asking yourself I did have one time when I had 120 go across my chest. I said, am I going to die? I felt my heart was pumping kind of normal. I was like, all right, at least my heart's working. That's good. So let's just take a break. If this doesn't feel like I'm doing fine, then we're going to go ahead and go to urgent care. And we didn't have to go to urgent care, but it scared me badly.
Michelle, I got a question. Which of the following is an OSHA cooperative program? A, the American National Standard Institute, ANSI. B, Safety and Health Inspection Program, SHIP. U.S. Department of Labor, or Voluntary Protection Program, VPP.
What's the question exactly?
Which of the following is an OSHA cooperative program?
Okay. I would say probably the SHIPP, but then also ANSI is the Standards Committee. So I would say SHIPP, I think.
Yes, SHIP. That's the Safety and Health Inspection Program.
Right.
Let's see if you're correct. We're going to pick that. Oh, you are incorrect. It's actually D, the Voluntary Protection Program, VPP.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take
Which
that.
of the following is a benefit for having a safety and health program? A company may need to bid on a contract that requires safety and health documentation. B, a company may need to prepare quickly for the NIOSH inspection. C, a safety and health program guarantees that all employees will be safe. D, sometimes there's no other option. Which of the following is a benefit for having a safety and health program?
I would say D. Although I could say A too, because that would also be another reason to have it.
Let's see what it's C.
Well,
it's A. A company may need to bid on a contract that requires safety and health documentation.
Right, I did say that. At first I said D, but then I realized A also made sense too.
Okay.
All right,
In general,
that's enough of that for now. I don't want you to fail your exam for cheating. It's an open book exam, isn't it?
Yeah, I can just research this, Michelle. It's just going through. I got to go through a portal first before I go to the actual exam.
Yeah. It's an open book test, Michelle. It's not open Michelle test. Open Michelle test. I could just see a proctor go, this is an open Michelle test. You're allowed to have one Michelle at your desk, so you can go ahead, contact or review for any information you want to know. You're allowed to ask your Michelle for information on the exam, but you will be required to put the answers into your own language and your own words. Do you understand, class? Yes, sir! And let us commence this exam now. Starting now. Oh, God. Wouldn't it be funny if you had another Michelle right in here? I don't know what I would do in another me. I think the two of us would probably try to outbid each other to see who was the smarter one. Yeah, I know all about the different pencils in the test. Please fill on your bubbles completely and make sure they are dark with no stray marks on your test print, because it will be scanned by an optical reader. That also applies in many cases with ballots too. It's funny, when I did a lot of exams in school, even though it was open book, I never used the book. Of course not. The old data sponge just remember all the stuff in her textbook she needed for the exam. Most of the time. And sometimes I'd forget something. Because in fact the number 2 pencil is the most common. It requires a certain amount of pressure and weight to do a number 2. It's not too hard, so it gives good, nice black marks on paper. As far as pens go, well, what happens if you make a mistake and if you're filling the test out with pen? You wouldn't be able to erase your mistake. That's why they always suggest a number 2 pencil. Well, theoretically, you could do a test with a number 1, but that was such an uncommon pen. Or forget a number 5. Oh, God. Or a standard HB lead was fine, too. Yeah. Yes, it was. It was based on reflection. Let's see. Doing good today with 15-minute, 21-second engagement. Yay. I love that. Don't you? Yep. I love to have my engagement. By the way, what did you think, everybody? What did you think about Lumi's channel yesterday? I thought it was interesting. Lumi, I was going to originally copy the video here to my channel. Then I talked to Lumi about it this morning. And she said, why would you want to copy my video here and get all my credit for it? You know, it's not your video. I did it. I really would like to see... She said to me, I'd like to see you leave my video, alone. It's on my channel, and you could share the link, but please don't copy it over to yours. Because it's not fair. And I said, okay. Okay, go ahead, Noodles.
Sorry about that. My internet shut off. It was really weird. I had to restart my fucking internet.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? You think I'm being DDoSed?
What's that?
Do you think I'm being DDoSed?
I don't know. Are you getting a lot of red squares?
What are red squares?
Well, the red squares are like when you're streaming in OBS, and like every time you're trying to stream, your squares are always red because your data output is just dropping through the floor. You can kind of see it also if you're doing a ping request, if there's a lot of latency in your ping, so you're not getting in a timely manner. But that just shows you that your link to your name server is working, and maybe which for its first ping to look up the address you're going to is going to go through your name server or your DNS. After that, the second step is going to be going for each individual ping to the destination point. So all it will show you is that you got a connection to the destination. So it really doesn't show you data rate. But your speed test tool will actually show you if to the address that you're going to through speedtest.net if there's any kind of severe latency.
Well, the box was like shut off. It looked like the box had turned off, so I had to turn it back on.
Maybe it was doing a firmware update.
Oh, maybe. It sucks because I need this for my computer at home. Michelle, let me ask you a question. What do you think about going to like Walmart, buying a $60 phone, right? Where I can basically record all my videos on that, upload them to my computer, and edit them from there instead of doing everything on my phone.
You can do that with. You can do the same with your existing phone now. Just plug in
but I'm all
just
not
plug
really,
in the USB cable and install the Android or the file manager tool. Just to extract them from your phone in your DCIM folder. Then load up your video editor, import the files in from the MP4s into your video editor and edit them that way. You don't need a new phone for that. You already got a phone that supports the MTP protocol.
Yeah, but I want a phone that like I can just use to do recordings, and then I could just upload from that phone to the computer and edit everything from that instead of buying like a camera. So like a lot of these phones are pretty decent, right? I mean, well, you wouldn't know.
But make sure you get one that's going to have enough storage, though, because that's going to be key. I can
just upload it to a Google Drive, correct?
Yeah, you can certainly do that too. You can upload the video to your Google Drive and then download it on the computer as well. Yes. But that's going to take twice as long for two reasons. Number one, you got to upload it from the phone to Google Drive. And then you got to download it from Google Drive to your computer. It's easier just to plug your phone right into the computer and do a direct file transfer using MTP.
Like a C-port to C-port thing? Can I do C-port to C-port, or do I need like something else? The HDMI cable?
Oh, you're using a USB-C to HDMI adapter? Okay.
I don't know. I'm asking you, is that what you're supposed to use, or are you supposed to use like C-port to C-port?
You use a USB port. Like I have on my computer here, I got a hub with multiple USB ports on it. Like I have one here in my hand. Probably can't see it because it's a little too short to reach. I have a USB-C cable here that I can plug my iPhone into or my hotspot into, so I can transfer things back and forth. I also have a USB-C. I have a mini USB port too, for the same reason for my other phone, so I can transfer uploads back and forth. Plus, I have a lightning cable for my iPhone 8, so I can do the same thing, transfer stuff up and down. All you need is a free USB port to plug in the USB-C to the appropriate cable for your phone, and then install the Android file transfer software, because you use Android, and then you can just go ahead and then copy it to your desktop, and then you can edit it with your video editor.
Uh-huh.
The file will be a standard MP4 video in most cases.
This is so boring, Michelle. I can't take it anymore.
Well, I understand that.
I think I'm gonna go out and buy another phone though, just for the video
Actually,
recording.
I can put the Lumi link up. And Mojo doesn't know where Lumi's channel is. Let me just type it in for you guys. Absolutely. There you go. All right, you want the tiny? That's fine. Just get it on. Okay, link to Lumi's channel. Okay, I'm gonna just type it out the HTTP. No, I won't type it. It's http:// www.youtube.com is
There are some other features that should be considered when creating.
let's see, you spell it
Oh,
right.
Honest and Frank just went live.
LUMIFINISTRA. Yep, that's the link. Let's click and make sure it's the right one. Okay. That should be Lumi's channel. Yep. Let's go. There it is. Yep, that's Michelle's. That's my channel. Yep. Okay. So yes, that's the right channel link, so you guys can find it. So it's just in case you wanted to read it to me, it's http://www.youtube.com/LUMIFINISTRA. We also had a tiny URL link too, but that's kind of stupid because it's about just as long. Yeah. Please do subscribe to my channels, guys. It really could use more subscribers. Right now, my channel's not monetized, but we do have a community tab. I just never used it. No, we haven't. On your channel, we haven't used the community tab. Also, if you go to my channel links, you'll see Libby's channel also. Thank you much. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Next week is going to be on next Sunday. Is going to be interview with me and Carmen Miranda. I know Red's going to be doing a face palm on me, but the truth of the matter is that some people do find Carmen to be kind of interesting. So, that's Michelle won't be there for that. I might drop by and visit. Yeah, it'll be mostly me and Carmen talking to it.
Workers are exposed to worksite job cyber hazards. Are exposed to hazards.
Gris says, Noodles, I have a 128 megabyte card on my phone. I use USB to transfer from card to external hard drive, and then do my editing on the laptop connected to the external hard drive. That's another way of doing it. Basically, what you're doing is we do the same thing here with the Mac. We do the same thing with our Mac. Michelle would normally plug her iPhone in and just upload the video into Final Cut Pro, and then do the editing, and then we upload it on the desktop. Sometimes, though, when she's in a hurry, she just goes ahead and transfers the video straight from her phone to the Ethernet. But we find it works out better if you can to edit it on the Mac, and then you can clean up any problems or things that are inconsistent, and then upload them. Yeah. So,
Look up some Winstead news.
Mojo said, Momo, that's good. You're on the vape. Though I had a couple of sneaky ones this morning. I don't know much about vaping. I don't know much how that works. I just never get into it. With the idea of vaping versus smoking cigarettes. There's questions about is any one of them really healthier than the other? I would say it has to depend on a variety of things. Like, for example, what are you vaping? Also, cigarettes are bad for you. But is vaping necessarily any better? No, not necessarily. I need to keep busy buying these patches. Well, speaking of busy, I gotta get ready to order my groceries today. How much you gotta buy? In order to meet Instacart's requirement with free shipping, I have to buy $35 worth of groceries. Okay. Do you really need to fill up the refrigerator completely? I don't. Talk to me when you're done yawning. I don't know. I like the fish fillets and stuff. See, now I like a couple different grocery stores. Okay, I like Market 32 because they got some good food there. Like their lemon juice is a little easier to handle than the stuff from Aldi, because Aldi's lemon juice is like comes in this like squeeze thingy, like a squeeze bottle kind of thing, which is kind of a bit of a pain. Whereas with Market 32, it just comes in a bottle with a standard cap you can unscrew and pour it into your homemade lemon mix, which is fine. So I also like
Michelle, check this out.
What's that?
May 21st, 2024. Winstead, Connecticut was the town of Winchester is thrilled to announce it has been awarded $4.29 million in sorry, my dyslexia is kicking in.
All right, just take your time.
Winchester will receive $2 million to complete the final segment of the Sue Grossman Greenway, and $1.98 million for the expansion of the Winstead Fire Department at 27 Elm Street, and $310,000 for the Winchester House Partners equestrian some bullshit or other. The United States government has just gave Winstead, Connecticut
What is a greenway? I understand about possibly expanding the firehouse, but what's a greenway?
You should call up and ask about the park benches or the benches. When are they going to put those in? Maybe they're going to give you new benches in town. They got $4.2 million from the federal government.
That's not bad though. That'll be helpful, considering Winstead really could benefit from some new improvements.
Also, the Winstead Waterworks program is still in effect until Monday, June 3rd, 2024. The Winstead Waterworks will continue the water main flushing program in sections of Winstead Monday, June 3rd, 2024. The area to be flushed will be Waldron Street, Benton Street, Florence Street, and Ham Hill Drive, and some other areas.
Okay, so we might get some brown water in the toilet. Oh, I don't think we're near those areas, Michelle. Right, we may not be. That sometimes the crud will still come down through our water lines too. The Sue Grossman Greenway is the walkway behind the Torrington and Winston. They want to make it all the way from Winston to Torrington on the Winston Road. Okay, I didn't know where that was. So, and I know that there's also been discussion about this is I haven't heard anything recently as to when they're going to be getting the fiber optic cables finally being fully deployed to residential homes in Winston, because there was last year Frontier was running fiber optic cables on the poles, but to my knowledge, residential customers still don't have fiber optic cables yet. I think that's the next stage now, is they're gonna go through and start offering. Then the commercial businesses started getting them. Yeah. So.
Oh my God, Michelle.
What's
Oh my God.
Sorry about the
Sunday evening at 11:27 p.m. Officers responded to the area of Smith Hill Road after Litchfield County Dispatch received a report of someone brandishing a firearm in the roadway. Officers located the individual, Alicia Barrow, who was found in possession of an illegal firearm and drugs. Barrow was arrested and charged with the crimes listed below. He was presented at the Litchfield Judicial District Courthouse in Torrington this morning.
Okay.
Oh my God.
What was the crimes? It said listed below. Let's
He
see.
had,
Possession of an illegal
drugs and
firearm.
illegal firearm.
Controlled substances. Reckless endangerment. Probably.
Let's see. Pistol permit violation, possession of controlled substance, violation protection order, some other firearm charge, criminal weapon possession, breach of the peace, and threatening.
Okay.
Huh.
Wonder why people
That's
do
crazy.
that, though. I don't understand why anyone would want to do that. I mean, especially, I don't know. Sometimes it seems like some people in this town don't always make a lot of sense. You're gonna get ready to place your grocery order. Yeah. All right. So we got to spend $35 on groceries. I got about $220 food stamps left. So what should
At 7 a.m. On February 28th, 2024, Winchester police officers were dispatched to a call regarding this guy, Shane Deschamps, being in violation of a protection order that involved a juvenile female. Shortly thereafter, Shane's vehicle was observed driving on the roadway and was stopped by Officer Josh Blass. Deschamps was arrested as the protected party was traveling with him inside the vehicle. He was presented at Torrington Courthouse this morning.
Okay.
Wow.
So if there was a protection order, why would she be in his vehicle?
People are crazy, so what happens is, this is what I've noticed. These women, they get in fights with their boyfriends, and they get
or maybe her parents put the order on and she just decided to disobey it.
Oh, maybe.
So does that mean that she's also in violation as well? Because not just him, but her too. If
I would
that's
think so. I don't know, Michelle. Everybody's fucked up.
$220. Yeah.
The free pet pantry is back, Michelle.
Who?
The free pet pantry is back.
The free pet pantry?
Yeah, let's check this out. Let me see what this is all about. It says free pet pantry, third Wednesday of every month at 168 Main Street, Winstead, Connecticut. Open door soup kitchen from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. provided by the Little Guild.
Okay.
Did you know about that?
They said they're giving pet foods?
It says, again, it says 168 Main Street, Winstead, Connecticut.
Right. That's where the soup kitchen is.
Open door soup kitchen from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So you got 1 hour. Maybe you should go check it out.
It's
every Wednesday.
But right now my cat's got enough cat food for the time being. I would love to see is option where we can get Rusty another pet friend. That would be nice. Yeah. Now, Krista, speaking of open door soup kitchen, what is the official word about eat-in dining? Now, unfortunately, when I'm live, that's when the dining would be doing its thing. But I'm wondering, what's the story with eat-in dining at the soup kitchen? I saw it on the wire a couple days ago on my in the women's group.
Oh, check this out, Michelle. Operation Fuels Energy Assistance Program in Winstead, Connecticut. Operation Fuels Energy Assistance Program is now accepting applications for the winter-spring 2024 season. Eligible Connecticut residents can apply for energy assistance, gas, electric, oil, or other deliverable fuel, and may receive a one-time grant of up to $500 to help with energy bills.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it gets a little tricky when your landlord is paying for your heat, though. Also, I do know about the operation of fuel, but what we need is also for the summertime is something like let's say do one of the low-income home energy assistance program for cooling. Because I have to pay for my air conditioning out of my own money.
So they're saying that in Connecticut, the fair market rent, that's the FMR, for a 2-bedroom apartment is $1,660. In order to afford this level of rent and utilities without paying more than 30% of income on housing, a household must earn $5,534 monthly or $66,412 annually.
Right.
Assuming a 40-hour work week, blah, 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 blah. Minimum wage, the state minimum wage in Connecticut is $15. Average renter wage is $22.29. 2-bedroom housing wage $31.93. Number of renter households 471,821.
Yeah, I think about the food for the pets. But what about the eat-in for human beings during lunch? Is that been open? Like, I've heard you, I think you said that they were open for eat-in for lunch for people. Is that back in service?
The average 1-bedroom FMR in Connecticut is around $1,300, Michelle.
Yes, I know. It's expensive. Very expensive. That's one of the reasons I'm not complaining about the rent here, because it could be a lot worse.
Rent affordable to SSI recipients, $316 a month.
Yeah. I'm on SSDI, not SSI. I have no idea about the soup kitchen. It's open. All I know is Ray is not volunteering anymore because Carrie was not nice. It's already decided to quit because of the way Carrie was treating him. Okay. Well, that sucks. And it doesn't help any that Michelle's morning show is right during their lunch anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's all you got for her. Well, all I know is just that it's almost time for me to get ready to wrap it up, guys, because I gotta get my shopping order in.
All right, Michelle, have a great day, okay?
All right.
Take care.
I'll talk to you later,
Bye.
Noodles. Thank you very much. Okay. So basically, here's the deal. Okay, I gotta place the order of groceries. We do have a 7 o'clock night show tonight. Now, I don't have a movie for tomorrow, unfortunately, because I couldn't decide what to play. Gidgey suggested maybe putting on a Carmen Miranda movie. But I was thinking about maybe playing something different. Maybe a romance movie. Well, it has nothing to do with Carmen Miranda. It's something like a romance. We'll see what we can do. So, $35 won't make. Oh, by the way, this is not surprising. Blind the Billionaires brought this up. This applies to everybody, so listen up. Because it costs, Walmart, Target, and Aldi are trying to promote more of their store brand products and are actually trying to reduce the price more on the store brand products to encourage you to buy more store brand stuff at a lower cost than the national brands. So, if you want to save money, they're saying is buy the store brand from, and other stores are doing the same. So, Walmart, Target, and Aldi. Those ones that he mentioned. Walmart, Target, and Aldi. Now, so if you want to get something that's the store brand, you could save more money than the retail brand or like from major labels. So you might want to look into that if you're trying to find a low cost, lower. But that's something to look into. But for now, I've got to get ready to use the bathroom and take care of other things. And I want to thank you all for being here because it was nice having you all here today. We had a lot of people. We were at peak of 26 people, it looks like. And I want to let you know I really appreciate you being here to the audience. So tonight at 7 o'clock on YouTube and Kick, we have a night show. I don't know what we're going to do, but we do have one. So let's see what happens for tonight. I do have to take care of some things. So everybody, I want you all have a nice day today. I don't eat much as I used to either, but apparently, if I'm not eating a lot, I'm sure shitting a lot of bricks, though. I'll tell you that. I don't know why, but finally, my stomach is starting to shrink too. Maybe it was full of shit the whole time. It's not impossible. It could have been. Yeah. But either way, do feel better now, and I feel a little more active and a lot healthier, so that's a good thing. And absolutely. Good morning, Don. How you doing? Do you want to catch us tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time? We are having a night show tonight on YouTube and Kick. And so, sorry that you came late. But we are going to be live tonight at 7 o'clock. So, I'm just going to take care of some things here. And just say thank you, for being here. Everybody has come here. Some days we run long, some days we don't. And today I got to get some orders placed for groceries. So, everybody, for now, I want to say thank you for coming. And I'll see you all tonight at 7 o'clock. Okay? Yeah, hope to see you guys then. Okay? You want a good blessing? Sure. May all of you have a happy and safe day. May you enjoy the warm weather outside, be good to another, and treat each other well with decency, kindness, and respect. Amen. Amen. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all tonight at 7 o'clock. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, guys.